The letter arrived on a quiet afternoon. No one expected mail anymore. The funeral had ended weeks ago. The flowers were dead. The house had gone silent. Mark Hale was buried under cold soil, his name carved into stone. Everyone had cried. Everyone had watched the coffin sink. Everyone believed he was gone. So, when the envelope slipped through the mail slot, no one rushed to open it. It sat on the floor for hours, white, clean, addressed by hand. Mark's wife, Evelyn, noticed it last. She froze the moment she saw the writing. Her fingers began to shake because she knew that handwriting. She had seen it every day for 22 years. The curve of the letters, the weight of the M leaned slightly right, the uneven spacing. This was not a mistake. This was Mark's handwriting. And the date in the corner made no sense at all. It was written 3 days after Mark's funeral. Evelyn did not open it right away. She sat down. Her chest felt tight, like the air had turned heavy. Her son, Daniel, noticed her face. "What is it?" he asked. Evelyn whispered, This is from your father." Daniel laughed once, a short, nervous sound. "That's not funny. I'm not joking." She handed him the envelope. Daniel's smile disappeared. He stared at the writing, then at the date, then back at the name. No one spoke. The house felt wrong again, like it had the night Mark died. Finally, Daniel opened it. Inside was a single page. No greeting, no goodbye, just one sentence. "If you are reading this, they buried the wrong man." Daniel dropped the letter. The sound echoed too loudly. Evelyn stood up fast. "That's impossible," she said. "I saw him. I touched him." But her voice broke because she remembered something else too. The funeral home had kept the coffin closed. They said Mark's face was damaged from the accident. They said it was better this way. At the time, it made sense. Now, it didn't. Mark Hale was said to have died in a car crash. That's what the police report said. A single car accident on a back road late at night. No witnesses, no cameras, no questions. The body was identified quickly. Too quickly. The funeral happened just 4 days later. Evelyn remembered how rushed everything felt. The police were polite, but distant. The doctor avoided eye contact, and Mark's brother Thomas kept insisting they move on. "Accidents happen," Thomas said, again and again. Now Evelyn wondered why he had been in such a hurry. Daniel picked the letter back up. "There's more," he said. On the back of the page was another line. "Check the storage unit, locker 317. Evelyn felt dizzy. She knew that number. Mark rented a storage unit years ago. He said it was for tools, old papers. She had never been inside. They went the next morning. Locker 317 was still paid for, still locked. Daniel cut it open. Inside were boxes, files, folders, a small metal case, and photographs. Not family photos. Photos of men standing near Mark. Men Evelyn had never seen. Some were taken from far away, some from cars, some looked like surveillance. Daniel opened the metal case. Inside was a phone. Not Mark's phone, an old one, still charged. The last video was dated 2 days after the funeral. Daniel pressed play. Mark's face filled the screen. Alive, bruised, tired, afraid. "If you're watching this, then I didn't make it back," Mark said. He leaned closer to the camera. "I found something I shouldn't have. People I trusted are involved. If they know I'm alive, they'll finish the job." He paused. "And if they faked my death once, they can do it again." The video ended. Silence. Daniel turned pale. "Dad didn't die in an accident," he said. "He was erased." The police did not believe them, at least not at first. Handwriting can be copied, videos can be edited, but graves can be opened. The court approved an exhumation. When they opened the coffin, The truth came out. The man inside was not Mark Hale. Different dental records, different bone structure. Someone else had been buried in Mark's place. Someone unknown. A replacement. Now the case became something else. Not an accident, not a mistake, but a crime. And Mark Hale was officially listed as missing, not dead. That's when Detective Ruth Calder took over. She read every file, every photo. She noticed something important. Many of the men in the pictures worked for the same company Mark did, a private security firm, one that handled sensitive contracts, money, secrets, disappearances. Detective Calder asked Evelyn one question. Did your husband seem afraid before he died? Evelyn thought of the nights Mark couldn't sleep, the way he checked the locks, the burner phone she once found and he claimed was nothing. Yes, she said. Calder nodded. Then he was trying to protect you. That night, Evelyn went home alone. Daniel stayed with friends. The house felt empty. Too empty. She walked into the kitchen and stopped. On the table was another envelope. Same handwriting, same paper, same truth that refused to stay buried. Inside was a new message. They know you opened the locker. And beneath it, trust no one, especially family. Evelyn dropped into a chair because only one family member knew about the storage unit. Thomas, Mark's brother, the man who rushed the funeral, the man who never cried. Outside, a car engine started and slowly drove away. The arrest happened at dawn. Thomas did not resist. He looked calm when the police took him away, like a man who had waited too long for something to end. In his house, detectives found documents, burner phones, and payment records tied to the security firm Mark once worked for. Thomas was the middleman, not the mastermind, just the man who opened doors. Under questioning, the truth finally broke. Mark had discovered that the firm was selling information, identities, locations, secrets of people who were supposed to be protected. When Mark tried to expose it, the firm decided to erase him. The plan was simple. Stage a crash, use an unclaimed body, close the coffin, move fast. Thomas was paid to make sure the family didn't ask questions, but Mark survived the first attempt, barely. He went into hiding, injured and alone, trying to gather proof. He trusted one thing, paper, something that couldn't be traced, hacked, or erased, the letters. He planned to come back when it was safe, but it never became safe. Detective Calder found the final answer in a remote cabin 2 towns away. Mark Hale was there, or what was left of him. He had been killed days after recording the video, betrayed by someone who followed him before he could disappear for good. The firm cleaned up the rest, but they missed one thing. Mark had already mailed the first letter. He knew he wouldn't live long enough to explain everything, so he left breadcrumbs instead. Handwriting, dates, locker numbers, a slow confession sent from the grave. The firm collapsed within months. Executives vanished or went to prison. Thomas was sentenced, not for murder, but for helping it happen. At the final court hearing, Evelyn read Mark's last letter aloud, the one found in the cabin. I couldn't save myself, but I saved the truth. Don't remember me as a man who died. Remember me as a man who refused to stay silent. Years later, the house no longer felt heavy. The mailbox still clicked shut every afternoon, but no more letters came, because the story was finished. The dead man had spoken, the crime was exposed, and the truth, no matter how long it was buried, finally came to light. If you like this type of content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.